everyone, this is Augie Doodle, and welcome to our first in several videos covering the history of Sonic the Hedgehog as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Sonic 1. Ah yes, Green Hill Zone. The very first Sonic world and the most famous of them all. In fact, it's replicated a lot of times by the fans. Whether exact or their own little recreations. Sonic 1 established many of the aspects of the Sonic series that we all know and love today. From the rings that you collect that you need to hold at least one to stay alive, to the loop-de-loops, to the floating platforms, to the ring boxes and other item boxes, and of course, the high speed of the game that could only be achieved through the blast processing of the Mega Drive Genesis at the time. And no gimmicks to worry about either. The only controls that you had to worry about in this particular game were running with the control pad and jumping with the A button. In Sonic 1, the game's plot was very simple. Defeat Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who we all know today as Dr. Eggman. The name change was made in Sonic Adventure 1. In this very simple boss, you had to avoid the little ball going back and forth and hitting the hovercraft of Dr. Eggman. And why were we going after Dr. Eggman back then? He was capturing the innocent little animals and making them to power his robots. The game features 6 zones in 3 different acts, which was unique for the earlier games. This is Marble Zone, which features a lot of marble, mountains, fire. Typical stuff that you saw later on in the Sonic series. Spring Yard Zone. Obviously featuring the iconic spring, which has made its way into every single Sonic game since. And moving platforms and spikes. Labyrinth Zone, featuring the very first appearance of Sonic's game's water element. Unlike Mario, who could breathe underwater, Sonic couldn't, and you had to either get him out of the water fast, or you had to get him to swallow up an air bubble. If you don't swallow up a water bubble, or you don't realize that invincibility in this game doesn't give you air, then you're going to start hearing the dreaded "I need air" music. doesn't help when you're out of lives because this game does not have a save feature. Unless you know the level select code. Starlight Zone takes place at nighttime in the city. And Scrap Brain Zone is the first of a line of levels that takes place at Eggman's base. Not without its flaws. There are 3 different versions of this game, and even with the 3 different versions, there were still issues like bottomless pits that you least expect. And since the game was pushing the Genesis limits at the time, you knew there was going to be some slowdowns. The most unique part of the game, however, was the special stages. Collect 50 rings in each stage and hit the big ring to enter a special stage, in which you have a spinning maze, and you had to navigate it without hitting the goals. And you had to collect the 6 Chaos Emeralds in the game. Yes, I said 6, not 7. The game became a smash success for Sega and for the sales of its Mega Drive Genesis. It quickly became one of the best-selling Sega games ever, and Sonic became the mascot of the Sega company. Sonic 1 is currently available on the Wii, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 on their respective online stores, as well as Apple's iOS on their App Store, and various other formats. And yes, it's re-released so many times that some fans are getting tired of it. But still, this game is one of the best in the series. For myself, I rate this game 3.5 out of 5 tails. Master System and Game Gear users were not left behind either, as they got their own complete version of Sonic 1 in 8-bit form. The game maintained the spirit of the 16-bit version, but it had some elements that were different, such as no special stages, and you just had to look for the 5 Chaos Emeralds hidden in the stages. I'll leave you in this video with the footage of Sonic 1. Come back next time, as I will show you some of the highlights from 1992, the second year of Sonic the Hedgehog.